Okay, so I may have called in the cavalry. A friend of mine is going to help. The one that told me about the Dark Souls 1 mod that I have mentioned. He returns, and he is going to fight Midir for me. Well, he is going to help me fight Midir while I go cower in the corner. I've also switched to the Shield of Want. I just needed something with 100%, and it's a lot lighter, so I'm below, you know, below half encumbrance in case there's any... stamina speed change, different stuff. I should have pulled this lever first. How rude of me. He's curled up. I would emote, but I just realized I would, I think he rode the elevator. Good job. Good job. Oh, that was worth it. Oh, I really would love to record with people more often. You just can't plan the craziness that happens. It would be, of course, be a little funnier if his voice was on here. That has occurred to me. But for now, dive! Wait, what happens if the phantom jumps down here before I do, since there's not a fog wall like the usual boss fights? Watch, I'll die instantly, and we're gonna try this. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, I keep trying to lock on out of habit. He says I should be attacking the face and forelimbs. Is partly my... Well, I mean, that would make locking on a bit easier. Oh, don't die. Okay. Also, he's vulnerable to lightning, as one would assume with Dragon. I'm being a little paranoid, sorry. Oh, did he die? Yes, he did. Well, at least I have that. Okay, let's try that again. I always forget if it's left or right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can tell I'm a little bit, a little bit nervous. Why did I not go down the ladder quicker? Indeed. Okay, so I can't... I didn't know there was a collision detection with phantoms. I've never actually, you know, I guess had the chance to try that. Yeah, get into the window. If the mouse cursor is trapped outside of the window, I don't get, some of the controller doesn't work. It's Steam being Steam. Oh, no, unlock. But yeah, his head takes double damage. It's just there's a risk of being up the... Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, I made it out of there. There's just the risk, because, you know, him being very grumpy about things, wanting to be up there in his face. Oh man, I could have pelted him a bit there if I wasn't busy scratching the nose. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, well, I kind of rolled through it. I rolled through the first part. Nope. Okay. Over there making me nervous, dude. It's really nice having, you know, he's focusing on somebody else so I can actually hit him for once. Okay, I can kind of hit him when I aim. Oh, I shielded that? Why didn't my great shield that normally? Oh, my health is low enough that I'm being nervous, sorry. Oh, I really want to heal. Oh, and there he goes. Peace! There's a Discord window off camera. You can't see that. Let's see, I do still have that ring, don't I? Didn't I have a ring that makes, there it is, skull ring. Also, Calamete's, Calamity ring is in the game. I just haven't gotten to it. Well, I've gotten to where it is, I just didn't know about it. You do the Path of the Dragon thing in front of one of the statues in Archdragon Peak. And, it gives you the thing. I'm really not gaining a whole lot from that. I'm gonna go ahead and swap to the Estus ring because I really do need that. The problem with that is, it gives you another 1/10 of a second of invincibility on your rolls, but look at what it does to your absorption. You take a lot more damage. More than I'd like. I have so little focus points. Whoa. Yeah, that should be him. We're doing the password thing. Fun thing I didn't know about, but you can, well, there's my password. Yeah, you can set a password so that only people that have the password can see it. It bypasses level limits and just generally makes it easier to matchmake with somebody for co-op. If you want to do an entire co-op playthrough, that's what you want to do. And now we wait. There he is. Oh! I don't know what that is, but I like it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, we can't do the boss weapons or anything because we, well, gave the ashes before we found the cursed Greatwood boss. Who's it? Oh good, he made it through. Yeah, that was my bad. It's one of many things I missed and never would have found. Well, I mean, I had no idea that there was something, like, important tied behind that boss. And, you know, I never would have found... Well, okay, I eventually would have found it if I went back through that area, but doing the Let's Play, I haven't backtracked as much as I would normally playing blindly. Because on a side character I've started, I have, like, found a bunch of things that I otherwise missed just because of the difference in the amount of time I can spend Oh, Butcher's Blade can't be resined. Can't see. I'd like to see, but can't. Come on, focus me. I got the skull ring on. You want me. You want to fight me? Back. I don't know who you're swiping at. Lunge. Okay, well the skull ring is not 100% effective. I mean, it would be overpowered if it was, but I think you could do a like a tank support build where you just great shield everything with it. Come on. Oh. Oh, that's new. I need to heal, but I was waiting to make sure I had an opening before I did. I almost didn't roll out of that quick enough. And that's gonna hit me. It's gonna hit me. Roll. No. I'd have to go grind for upgrade materials and all that if I was to change weapons, really. Okay, it would help if I go... Oh, okay, I didn't know they could interact with things. Oh, sorry, I'm mentally going over all sorts of different strategies, trying to figure out what could be done to expedite the process. The one-shot beam of doom tends to be the thing that I keep coming back to. I don't know. I don't know of any other ring that would really offer me a great enough benefit to be worth trying to fiddle with that right at this moment. Oh wait, he's about to do that. I don't want to run towards him. It would be nice if every attack he had didn't take, you know, quite so much of my health bar. Run! You ain't letting me near him. Oh, come on. Wow, the damage he can deal with that thing. Run. I really feel like that's a little too unforgiving right there, but, you know. As is that. I really want to use my claws. I just want to go in there and, you know. Oh man, if I had an opening long enough to just pelt him like that. Did I just touch it and run away before actually letting him summon? Now he's got a halberd. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, if I could guarantee hit. Did you? All I get is on my side monitor. Oops. All I heard was chink 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 chink. And then the the sound of. Oh dear. Okay, I don't even. The mouse pointer left the Dark Souls window, and Dark Souls was not having none of it. I always forget the ladder sometimes. As do I. I've yet to die to this particular one, but it's only because the ladder is kind of hard for me to run past. I have forgotten it's there, only to, blah, blah. Oops. I made an oops. I made an oops. My buddy. Hello. He's up there. I honestly... I hate... What do you want me to do, man? Pull the lever. I don't want to take fall damage. Okay, give me a second. Where's my cat ring? I don't have the cat ring, do I? Get on the elevator. You owe me 2 Estises, man. And you did it again. The joys of collaboration. There's a blood stain and a message in front of the ladder. Oh, it's not mine, but that would be so cruel. When I pressed A, it just viewed the message and I fell. Oh man. That reminds me of the meme about putting Teemo mushrooms on top of Bard healing shrines. Actually, it was on top of Rek'Sai tunnels, but yeah, no. At least this time I can ride it back up. I am one with the button. I almost missed. The window is just not big enough. now he's making sure. Wait, I never thought to do that. Oh, that's awesome. Find out that bypasses the fall damage protection and I just die horribly. I'm gonna try double punching him. I'm gonna regret that decision. Ow. I already regret my decision. He's about to lunge. Nope. to go after him. Ooh, yeah, I forgot there's back. Why does all of your breath attacks have to have that? It makes so much more sense for only certain ones, too. Ow! Okay, that's... he's less predictable because there's two of us. Because he could be targeting either one of us at any given time. Run, 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 run. Your timing annoys me on that. Don't die, buddy. I have the skull ring on. I'm the one, you know, constantly pestering him. But yeah, let's go after the other guy, because he knows he's more experienced. No, it'd make more sense to attack me. I'm the inexperienced one. I'll die quicker. Oh, well, that was fun. No, I took the skull ring off. There we go. We'll just put that back on. Oh, man, I'm glad I put my shield back on. I don't want none of what you're selling, buddy. I need that Estus ring back on. I need stronger Estuses too, but that's I'd really love to use something like this and just kind of poke, poke, poke. The downside is that it's not as strong because it's not upgraded. I wasn't aiming at you. No, now you can tell he's paranoid. I would be too, don't get me wrong. Whee! Look at the fireworks. Oh, if I could just make Midir lay under there and get that plunge attack. Take him out like the Ancient Wyvern, Ancient Dragon, whichever one it is at the Archdragon Peak that I had to jump on. Oh, come on, which way are you going? Oh, and he knocked me out of it. I'll take that. I'll take it. Oh, that was lucky. It would be nice if, you know, not all of his, well, all but one of his fire attacks had the backlash on it. And backlash is a weird word for it. It's the backdraft. That's what I'm looking for. Backdraft. It'd be nice, because a lot of dragons, that's when they're open for you to attack them usually, except when they do a downward breath like that. I generally expect there to be an opening when they breathe straight forward, like that, but he doesn't do it long enough for me to really do much with. No, no! See, this is the one attack I have problems dodging, because it's generally hard to tell where he's gonna go with it. You know, even when there's one of you, it can be a little hard, because sometimes he'll aim right where you're standing, and other times it seems like he leads and aims elsewhere. I lost my target lock and my hand wasn't in the right position. That was completely on me. Dude, my attack's going right through your tail a little bit there. Oh, the animations on that are beautiful. Be nice to see him use his secondary wings a little bit more, but I guess he's using them more for stabilizers. Because if you look, they're a lot smaller. Like a dolphin's dorsal fins underwater, they're just kind of there to help keep him upright. Mr. Grumpums. He's a grumpy dragon. Would have been nice if that hit both his face and his claws, since technically my sword went through both of them. Have there be some strategic value in lining up multiple body parts so you could hit them all. Okay. So running away seems to generally work. Run. Run. I'm glad there's no, like, I liked that Dark Souls 1 had tail cut weapons, but at the same time, I would not want there to be, like, imagine there being a tail cut weapon for this guy. That weapon better be worth it. I don't know what you're doing there, Midir. Ow. I'm running out of estases. That's a phase 2, ain't it? Got holes in your wings, buddy. Buddy. Now he's gotta get away from the explosion nova. Oh, it's neat to see that from a distance for once. I love the design of Midir, don't get me wrong. I do think the fight has some mechanical difficulties, but I'm really loving the... What is that? I'm gonna roll right into it and panic. That's... You better be tired out after doing that. I'll take it. I got 3 good headshots. That's like 6 attacks to his legs. Back, 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 back. That berserk laser thing seems to be what we really want him to do, because I can, in theory, get some headshots in on him after that. I'm calling them headshots. I can hit his weak point. Did you just pull up a bunch of, affinity spell? What was the one that, the little homing humanity spirit thing? Yeah. Oh, that would have ended me right there. I have to Estus. I'm too low on health. I know part of it's because I'm keeping my target locked, and that's not helping. Oh, that is a lot more forgiving than I expected it to be, and I'm really glad. Hi. Because I can't waste my Estises right now. Now you're just rampaging. Now you're just stomping around. Now you're just being a grumpy stomper. I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't know what you're selling, but I don't want it. Or I don't want what you're selling. You know what I mean. I don't want none of what you're selling. Oh, that's bad. I dropped my shield for a split second to get some stamina back, and I did it right when he swung. Oh, don't hit me with that. Like, is there a pattern to that that can be memorized, or is it just you're in trouble if he... Okay, those hurt through my shield a fair bit. I'd use a hidden blessing, but those things are rare. And then I'd lose, and then I'll have wasted it. If it rewound and gave me the items I'd use during the fight, then sure. Good to know you can still do that. He's out of Estus is just as bad as me, I think. Okay, so running is not enough to keep those things from hitting you. You've got to roll. And that's that swipe that keeps catching me. The third step, I think, in his little rampage forward, he does a I can't tell if it's left or right at the moment, and I can't expend that kind of... I think it's a swing to the right, and they're all aimed at my friend. Oh, dear. Well, he may be better at dodging them than I am. I'm dead. How do you figure out the pattern on that? I give up some more. I mean, I'm not getting hit by a ton of stuff. Enough that stability is the big issue right now. I would love to go with Havels, I just can't sustain that heavy of a weight. I'm afraid that fat rolling out of the way would get me killed. I think you can get Havel's ring somewhere in here, so that may be what I need to do. I don't know what we're doing. Strike 17. Answer a message. Try no luck. Yes. I'm mostly using lock-on when I'm playing defensive and just kind of avoiding and waiting for an opening. Don't do that. Oh, I don't have my mouse cursor in the game window. Yeah, oh. Oh, right when the fire hit. At least it's not just me being hit by that. I don't know why this amuses me. And I can at least roll with this. Okay, that's spooky. I've been abandoned. I see how it is. I don't know what kind of wacky sword you've got, but it's on fire. I'm sorry, I just really love the spark trail. One, two, sweep. See, that's where he does that big claw swipe. At least with the health regeneration ring, I can recover. I can take some of those chip damage hits and recover them by the time he hits me again. Right when I got up. I didn't even have time to change directions. That was a situation where I was better off to not block. If I'd been hit full on with the fire attack, it would have knocked me down, but I blocked it, took a chunk of damage, and then got hit a second time, which gave me the full knockdown damage. And those two combined were not good. Oh, I didn't know I had that. Heal aid, that's the only one I've got. I was seeing if I happen to have the that one to make sure health regenerate. I mean, I guess the fire damage one could be nice. Since running out of Estus is an issue, I don't want to take off the Estus ring. But a 6% health increase is itself I mean, that's another sure, you broke everything. Did I take that long? A little bit of fire absorption might help. Two. We need Solaire. I'm gonna put those on. I've heard that there is actually a flat damage reduction just for having something in each of the slots. So I'm going to try it. Hathead's got a shirt on now, you know he's serious. And yes, we're calling it a shirt. Don't question it. 1, 2, swipe. It would have caught me too. Still don't like that I can't run away from that as easily as I'd like, but you know, to each their own. Dead. Said I can never seem to predict where he'll aim the laser. Sometimes it seems to be in front of me, sometimes behind me, sometimes straight at me. Sometimes it seems to go in a straight line, sometimes it seems to be curved, other times he'll, seems to fire it at a sharp angle. It seems like they made it very flexible. I'd love to call it just kind of RNG, but given that it's a one-shot maneuver, it shouldn't be something I've never... That's how we're gonna play it, huh? Do I have any of those? Yes, don't use that one. That's the good friend no-hit one. I'm gonna use one down in the bottom of the pit, though. We'll see why. Assuming it does what I've been told it'll do. I don't know if he knows about it. No. Yeah, you turn into a humanity phantom. I didn't know running would be enough to break it, though. I'm gonna get killed doing this. I kinda hoped he'd look over here and just see this lone humanity phantom zooming around. Notice me. Come on, look over here. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, I've only got a few of these. You have to have noticed me by now. Oh, man. Run, run, run. See, right there at the edge, that seems like it goes too far. Like, you get far enough to say, okay, I'm safe now, and then it still hits you. The only reason I knew about the Humanity Phantom thing is there's potentially a relation between this place and the Abyss. It's, the wiki page mentioned it as a kind of a trivia detail of this arena. Chameleon or the White Birch Branch will both turn you into a Humanity Phantom. Probably gonna hear about it from him now. It's like, what were you doing? Wandering around as a Humanity Phantom. We got close that one time. Oh, all these false souls and nowhere to use them. I like that the hat kind of trails upwards. It has that little bit of cloth physics momentum to it. He had to have seen it that time. Okay, now we'll be serious. Him doing that, turning into a ringed statue, reminded me that I read that on the trivia thing. Nope. Ah, I had my shield ready that time. He was out of range anyway, but if I hadn't been out of range... Oh, come on. Good job putting your summon sign right on the bonfire. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man. That head has long since gone to confusion. I'd really love more of an explanation of the quadrupedal Frampt statues, but apparently Dark Souls is never going to answer that question. They're not going to answer it directly, at least. Oh, thank you, shield and fire resistance. After he roars, he seems to lunge forward. He's going to go phase 2 soon. I've at least learned to avoid that. Or at least been lucky enough to be in position to avoid that the last couple times. That was... okay. That was stressful. And here that comes. I know they're never going to let me just hang out under him. So if you're lucky enough to be under him when he starts that, you can get a lot of good free hits in. That was pretty cool, actually. So what I'm going to want to do is stay under him as much as possible. But I've only got 4 Estises left, and he's out of Estises, so I've got to be careful. I can't let Midir focus him too much, and likewise, I can't waste my health either. But if he starts charging up that laser, I've got to get under him. Oh, I'm glad that did. Oh, please survive. Don't die, friend. Midir, stop moving. Oh no. I'm gonna charge up that laser. You do that and I won't necessarily win, but I'll be doing decently. Honestly, I'm betting he only does that if you're far away from him. So, me being solo, he's probably never gonna do it. I'm gonna see how long I can survive. I'm too close to beating him to, like, give up. Oh, don't start. Oh, my phone picked a horrible time to tell me what time it was. Okay, this is kind of... Oh, come on. I just really don't think that... I think that's got too large of a circular effect on it, and there it goes. So close. Couldn't get around him. Why do it's force of habit. This ball starts the fight by berserking at you, so don't even try running towards him. I do have to say that the hitbox on the laser seems a little off, because there's been times where I've taken damage from it that the laser, even in a frame-by-frame comparison, went way over my head. You know, maybe they're saying that the superheated air is just that hot, that there's an area of effect around it. But, you know, 'tis just something I notice. I am getting a little better at dodging some of his shenanigans, though. Or being in place to block some of his shenanigans. I can't see what's going on. Charge! I don't know how that... You know, yeah, whatever. That did a lot less damage than it could have, so... we'll roll with it! Ow. Okay, bad time to run into... I hit the microphone, and that completely threw me. But I didn't die, so we'll roll with it. I thought I heard the damage sound effect there. Run! I love that that's so much more forgiving than the fire. Okay, we'll just repeat that same move twice. Okay, so they don't sidetrack well. Should have been obvious, given the nature of that spell. Put them all into a row and then side roll. They don't steer well, that's what I meant. Oh, thank goodness. I barely bumped the R1 button. If that had gone through, that shouldn't have been blocked, but I'm thankful it was. If he would just use that berserk laser while I'm near him, I could shave off half of what remains. Lunge. Oh, I hope you have more Estises. Back. No! Are you kidding? I made the mistake that I've made every Dark Souls game. Get a boss down to where it's one hit from dead and just start button mashing and trying to finish the stupid thing off before it finishes you. If he had just used that berserk laser one time, we'd have had his health whittled down a bit more. I mean, I was one hit from dead too, and if I held back, I was gonna die anyway. But still. Those apparently scale. Never knew that before, but just, you know, neat to know. Well, was that worth it? I really didn't think I could stop him. I was trying to, like, get synchronized up with him. How is it in all this time I never knew that phantoms had, what are you doing over there? Collision detection. I'm way too close to the wall for comfort. I got a hit in. I'll take it. Oh, yes. I don't know how I got hit by that, but, you know. I don't understand why those attacks weren't hitting. Oh, there we go. Now we're doing decent. Got your tail. Oh. One reason I love that health generation ring, look how much health it saves me in the long run, especially when I take a little chip damage from guarding stuff. I rolled a little early on that, but I'm glad it worked. Oh, that would have hit. That should have hit me, and I didn't have my guard up. Some of the hitboxes are a little finicky, but you know. Did he just clip through me? He just like. Whoop. We're getting faster at it. I mean, you know, he has the cavalry for a reason. If I block it dead on, I can block it at least. If I'm not sure I can dodge it, I'm better to take the little chip damage than risk it. I don't think I could have run through that completely. That roll was insurance. I got 2 hits on his tail. That almost ended badly. Oh yeah. Okay, so there is some not safe spots under him. I'm gonna go ahead and top off since I have plenty of Estus. Not to waste it. Now I'm wasting it. Okay, that one was wasted. That was my bad. For some reason, I completely forgot that there was the ground fire wave attached to that. Lunge. Oh, come on, don't start making stupid mistakes. you're a spellcaster, that's the time you throw something at him. I'd love to see a frame by frame where some of the hitboxes for things like that are just from a curiosity stance. Did somebody shoot an arrow? I saw something fly by. Yep, he's having darts chucked at him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get out from under it. Just alternate to the side that he's not firing on. Okay, we're gonna win this. Gotcha. Trick I learned. Spears of the church. Yahoo! Oh, thank you. I'd have never done that on my own. I can see your health bar, but I can't see you. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Is there? Where's a bonfire? Okay. So that's Darkeater Midir. Bring a friend. Or lightning. I've heard that if you use a faith character and you have like not soul spear, lightning spear or great lightning spear, he's vulnerable to lightning. Also, lightning resin, lightning infused weapons, etc. will make your life a little bit easier, as does having a friend and practice. But in any case, one boss remains. And he's tied with Midir, at least on the survey I looked at. So next week we go to Archdragon Peak and ring the bell. I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I am looking forward to it, but you know what I mean. It's going to be difficult, is what I'm saying.
Ashen for the link.
But
Very well, then taken up.
first, let's go ahead and get some leveling up done. I think I was maxing that. See, I'm not getting any more stamina, so that's the cap there. I could pump that. I could put that. Health isn't exactly going to benefit me super greatly. I could go ahead and put strength up to 45. I mean, I think there's some stuff that could use that.
Ashen one.
I'm going to see if she sells, yes, she does. I don't have to buy any right now, but I am going to buy, you know, lightning, pine resin. Because, let's be honest, the boss we're talking about is on Archdragon Peak. Dragons are vulnerable to lightning. It's a safe assumption. And I have no idea what element he is, so we'll deal with that next week. Thank you for watching, as always. Thank you, friend, for the help. I will be begging for your help again when we get to the next one. But yeah, I've been wanting to get him on here for a while, and this was the perfect opportunity. And I greatly appreciate every moment of it. It was quite fun, quite worth it. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time.